Abigail.
And Abigail.
Yay! And today we have a really fun guest with us. It's Tessa!
Hello!
Yay.
Tessa is a very talented character designer and visdev artist. And Tessa, would you like to actually introduce yourself to the podcast?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Tessa. I'm a character designer and visual development artist, and I also make comics.
Yay! I love the last part. I love comics.
Yes.
But yeah, we met Tessa through Discord. I forgot which Discord. Rise Up
I
Discord.
think it was the Rise Up Discord.
Yeah, which we totally recommend to join because it's a great initiative, and there's a bunch of other Discords for people who are trying to network, like open animation as well, and
right.
You can make really cool friends through it, and that's what we did with Tessa. So we're excited to get today's episode started.
Yay!
And
let's get it.
Yeah, if you are new and this is your first episode, we have little corners, and the first one is called the pitching corner, and it's where our guest pitches themselves to us, but with a twist. They either pitch themselves through a rap or infomercial style or Broadway style or spoken word or whatever like that. So it's a fun way to get to know them. And Tessa, what have you prepared for us today?
I prepared a rap.
Yay!
The rap is really popular.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have done any of the other ones.
Take it away.
Okay. All right. Hey, I'm Tessa, and I'm here to say that I'm the best character designer you'll find today. My skills for your team is the way. I'm a terrible rapper, but my drawings are dapper. I have a whimsical style that's quite versatile. I'm a really hard worker with big old dreams who can make designs that reign supreme.
Wow, so good.
Yay,
I love the
claps,
word
claps.
choices.
That
Very
was great.
Thank you.
But yeah, you brought it up in your little rap that you're a character designer, and honestly, Abby and I were talking about it before we started. We got on call, but your designs, they're just so dynamic, they're so energetic, and you also mentioned that you're super versatile. And yes, if you look at Tessa's portfolio, you will see that Tessa has so much to offer, and I'm just like, amazing.
Thank you.
You're so talented.
Thank you.
That's like, I love these kinds of talks. Like I've said this before because it's just like a way to get to know our friends and like their art process, and your design sense is, I feel like I've never seen anything really like it because it's so versatile and unique, but you're really good at technical skills too. Like you can take your really unique character designs and do really cool not cool. Our turnaround's cool, but like really solid.
Turnarounds are cool.
But really, you Ariel with a knife. I'm like, I don't like turnarounds, but yeah, Tessa's turnarounds are cool, and I just like want to hear about how you got to your style and your process, and even with turnarounds and things like that.
Sure. Let's see. Well, I guess I started off as like I made a post about this a couple of days ago. It was like I started off with a realistic style. So I guess I got my traditional skills from that.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
Yeah. And then as for like my style, I don't know. It's a hard question. I guess I try to be really loose with my designs. And I pay attention to shapes a lot. And definitely color is like one of my favorite things to do. It's really hard for me to not color something.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things of your art. It's the colors. It's so good.
I definitely feel that too, because as a character designer, like they always say like your portfolio doesn't have to be colored. It's just you can submit it black and white. But I'm like, but I want to color them too.
Right.
Let me paint it.
Incomplete. But yeah, and like your shape language is amazing. Just I don't know, like every time I see your work come up on my Twitter, and I'm just like, oh, Tessa's so talented.
Yeah,
they're so amazing. And I'm
so
like,
good.
It's so good. And
I feel the same way about you guys.
No.
I have no clue how you guys aren't hired. Like it amazes me every day. I'm just like, how? It makes no sense.
Us at everyone.
Me at you, Tessa. That's why you're on here.
But yeah.
Like I love how like you said in yourself in your rap, which is awesome. Like, cause I wanted to mention how versatile your style is, because your designs for Sunny and Cloud are totally different from the ones with Rano and Ika, and are like, but they're still really, really good. Like, you're really good at both of the styles, and I'm wondering, like, are these two separate projects that you want to develop?
So the Rano and Ika one, they were from a project I did for class, back when I was in school.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I don't really have any plans to develop that. It was kind of like just like a random idea about the world being overtaken by zombies.
Ooh,
and they can swim, and like the last like civilization alive is on like the most remote island in the world. So
Whoa. I
so
think
cool.
I love the way that you depict zombies, though. I think it's really unique and like cool with like all the little like things coming out of it. And
thanks.
I'm like, what's your process when coming up with these ideas of like characters to like these different like concepts of like Sunny and Cloud and everything like that? Because I feel like I sometimes struggle coming up with ideas for like storyboarding.
Great question. I came up with Sunny and Cloud like, let's see, I think 2019. I can't remember why, but I think I was really into toys, like toy design, and I was like, I wonder what a character would look like if it was a toy, like I don't know, if they had merchandise.
Yeah.
So I guess I was thinking about what it would look like, and that's how I came up with those designs.
That's cool.
That's really nice. That's actually like a good mentality, like to think about. Especially that's something I struggle with, and I'm trying to like work on for my portfolios to have it be more volumetric. Because like if you think about it in terms of toy design, you're thinking of it in like a 3D like space. So it's something. It's a good mentality to have for character designers. So I'm like, yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think they would work well right now as toy designs anymore, because I've made their legs so skinny that they just snap off.
They will not stand.
They will not.
But you carry the idea of like making the turnarounds like really accurate for like printing, so it still carries through for animation. That's awesome. Yeah. And my favorite things, I feel like even more than storyboarding, I get hyped up when people are into comics, because I love comics.
Yes.
And I'm just like, Tessa also made a really good comic meme like a while ago that you need to we'll retweet it onto our thing, because I'm like, oh, it's such a mood. But I'm like, your comic work is so cool. Like, I was looking at Lucid and I just love your paneling and page compositions. It like all of your art, it's so unique and so interesting, but it works really well. Like, it's not just like for style, for flair. It like has a purpose, and I love it, and I want to hear like about your process for that.
Sure. Oh, so for Lucid, I've had it's kind of embarrassing to say, but I've had the idea for it for like, I don't know how many years, like 5 years now.
Wow.
It was 2016 when I came up with the idea. Yeah, it's like my biggest dream story.
Aww.
So the comic that's on my website right now, it was kind of like a test to see what it would look like if I started it as a graphic novel. So yeah, I definitely want to make it into a webcomic one day. And the comic I'm working on right now is kind of like a backstory of one of the side characters.
Oh.
Also as like a test, because I've gotten the advice not to start on your like dream project first.
Yeah.
So that's the reason, like, I want to keep it like with the characters I'm gonna be using for the big comic, just so I can get a feel for them. But yeah, I'm not gonna start on the big one just yet.
I love hearing about that. Do you want it to be like a web, like you said, webcomic, or do you want it to eventually get published into a graphic novel?
Both.
Yeah, both. Yeah, that's awesome. I would love to have that in my hands.
Yes, I'm actually kind of, I don't know. Like, I know I want to do it in like a book page format, but I love webtoons so much, and I love like the scrolling feature it has, and it just keeps me going. Like I'm like addicted to those.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We need to recommend webtoons to each other after
Yes,
this because
yes.
I love talking about webtoons.
Me too. I love
so
webtoons so
good.
much.
But are you looking to get agented like eventually then, like a literary agent?
One day maybe. I don't know. That would be cool.
Yeah, if there's any agents listening, please check out Tessa's
Yes,
work and
please
the
check me
comics
out.
on her site. It's so good. Yes, reach out. The email's right there at the site. Well, I'm so excited, and I think it's really smart because a lot of people, like you said, like start with their dream job and then get really burnt out and then stop and get overwhelmed because it's a lot of work. Like comics is so much. But I'm excited.
It definitely is.
Yeah. Or like in just terms of like creativity, like when you like immediately start with your magnum opus, you will get stuck on it forever. I have experienced, that's why I have stories that I really want to work on, but I've tried to like put them off for a bit because I know if I just focus on them, I will not move on.
Yeah.
Right.
So one day I'll get back to them, but yeah, I totally feel where you're coming from.
Yeah, I know this story is going to be like 500 pages.
Oh my god. I can't wait to read it.
It's going to be a monster.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good.
But hey, if you started as a webcomic, it then can get published. Like a lot of like Nimona, I'm just thinking about Noelle Stevenson. I read it like as it was online, and then when it got published, I was like, I've read this already. I'm still gonna buy them.
Same,
yeah, Check Please as well. Check Please is a huge one.
Yeah.
I have it with
Oh my gosh, right there. You're ready.
Nimona's
literally,
so good.
Noelle Stevenson is one of my biggest inspirations.
I feel like Nimona is like one of the big webcomics that everyone knows. Like it just did it so well. Like, oh man. I'm in the same boat, Tessa, of wanting to make a webtoon and then eventually like a graphic novel. So I'm so excited to see.
Heck yeah, I'm so excited for yours.
I'm just
too.
like,
Oh my
I have to come up with. You're ahead of me because I struggle with coming up with OCs and keeping them. So I'm trying to get better at that this year.
Awesome.
But moving on to your more professional work, it was so cool to see. We saw that you exhibited at like 23 gallery shows, and I don't think we've ever talked to anyone on this podcast who've exhibited at galleries. So I'm very curious about that process.
Yeah, so I actually went to like an art high school.
Whoa.
It was called the High School for the Performing and Visual Arts, and I was in visual arts. So we had like a gallery on the bottom floor of the school, and we would have a bunch of shows, and then I would also exhibit at this other show. I forgot what it was called, but it was like right next to the museum of art, and yeah, it was fun. I was like a fine artist, so it was mostly paintings and sculptures that I would do.
Wow. That's so
And the
cool.
sculptures were soft sculptures, which I love doing so much. You can see them on my website under the sculpture section.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
That's so cool.
Oh.
So you've had like the basis like very early on, like
Oh, yeah.
now that you've went to like an art high school, I'm like, wow, it really like informs your work right now. Like it speaks a lot.
I think Tessa is just the best example of like, I mean, there's like art is subjective and whatever, but it's really cool seeing how you like really studied fine art and like made your foundation really solid, and then now you're just experimenting and taking those knowledges, but like taking those skills to like really inform and make your experimental stuff stronger, because that's so true.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's awesome. And like for any studios listening, like they're always looking for people who can have really good like foundational skills and like figure drawing, whatever, and Tessa is right here for you, so
Yes,
please
hire me.
consider. Got that sculpting background, it's so great. Yeah. Oh, like how did the galleries have like themes that you had to go along with, or like how did preparing for one go?
Let me try to remember. It was mostly like by grade, so it would be like sophomore show, and I would just put my stuff in. There probably were, but I just don't remember. I actually had like a senior show, and the main story that I presented was Lucid.
Wow,
But it was under
so
a different
cool.
name. I used to call it 8, because I didn't know what to call it.
Oh my
But yeah,
gosh.
it was like the main story that I did all my pieces on, and yeah, I did like a bunch of huge canvas pieces, and I made like a game.
Wow.
And
That's
yeah,
so
and then
cool.
I made like a crap ton of huge stuffed animals for it.
Whoa.
And I still have them.
Oh my gosh.
Like there's a character in Lucid called a Poff, and I made like a life-size version. And it's
Life-size
really
version.
horrifying.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Once you get Lucid like published and everything, you can make merch and just take
Yes.
that and like sell it to everyone.
That is my dream. I want to make stuffed animals and
Oh my
toys
gosh.
so bad.
Oh, I would buy one. That's so cool.
So cool.
But yeah. You've also like done a bunch of like commission work for other studios, like for Future Perfect Project, you did a 2-minute animation for Black LGBTQ narrative. How was that process?
Yeah, that was super cool. It was from I think it was over the summer that I did that, or in September. But yeah, they reached out to me and asked me to do like an animation for them, and it was super fun.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it was basically this girl named Brianna, and she gave me like a little sound thing of her experience being a bi Black woman.
Oh.
So I animated it.
Well, that's awesome.
And yeah, and it hasn't been released yet. I'll
Oh.
definitely post it.
Can't wait to see
when it
it
is.
when they release
Yeah,
it.
but so it was a Black narrator, a Black animator, and Black music person.
That's so cool. Like,
Yeah.
how was that experience of just working on a team like that? That's so cool.
Well, I actually mostly did it like by myself.
Whoa,
It was mostly through
wow.
emails. But I got to meet her and then see her reaction to it, and it was like the best thing ever.
Oh,
Like
that's
her
so
reaction was so
awesome.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's so nice.
And you've also done commissions for Capybara games, and you're a current mentee for them. I'm curious how
Yeah.
that is going.
Yeah, I love them so much.
Aw.
Yeah, they commissioned me to do an illustration GIF for their new game, Grindstone. Which
Whoa.
please play that game. It's so good. Like it's so good. Like I love the gore and like the style so
gore.
much. Yes. Oh my gosh. You can turn the gore all the way down so there's no gore, but you can also turn it all the way up. And then like the blood just squirts everywhere, and then there's like cubes of like these creeper dudes who like fall on the ground and die. It's amazing.
This pitch is so good.
Yes, you should definitely play it. But yeah, I'm a mentee there as well, and I don't know if I should say your name, but yeah, I've been mentored by one of the visual development artists or concept artists there,
Wow.
and it's been amazing. Yeah, she's been helping me with my Sunny and Chloe designs.
Oh, that's so cool.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
Mentorships. I mean, Tessa and I are gonna be on the same mentorship, but we're in different groups.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So we're gonna be like on like Bree's character design mentorship. I saw Tessa's like handle on like the list of people. I'm like, is that Tessa? But I don't know if it's Tessa, so I'm gonna go to Tessa's website and check if the email matches. And then I found out, and I was like, Tessa!
I'm so excited for
I'm
that.
so excited. Like, I didn't expect anything after. I was just like, oh, well. Because you know how they were like,
Yeah.
well, you'll hear back on Monday from if you're part of the 10 people. And then that Monday didn't happen. I'm like, oh, well, it was worth a shot. And
Yeah.
then she ends up picking, like, how many groups? Like, she
40
ends up picking
people, I
more
think?
people. Yeah, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. It's going to be so much fun. I wish we were in the same group, though.
I know. I was
I'm
in
like-
the same group.
Yeah.
Wait, when is yours again?
On the February 25th.
Oh, so you're just coming up.
Yeah, mine's coming up. I'm just like, hi. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, woo.
I'm just like, you see how Bree saw something in Ariel and Tessa at companies? You should see something in them too.
Yes.
I'm just excited to finally get like guidance and mentorship, because I don't know,
yeah.
that's just what I want.
Me too.
The most.
I would love a mentorship as well. That it just looks
Any
so
any
cool.
mentors willing to mentor Abby for story comic?
Yes, especially comics.
Sign up right now.
Uh,
But yeah, no, I'm really excited for that. I'll update you on what we do. I think you're the group right after me,
mine
right?
starts in May. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yes.
But it's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm so excited to see what you guys create because I know it's going to be really cool. And you're going to make amazing stuff and grow exponentially as artists. So at studios, you should get on this. Hire these talented people, please.
Hire Tessa.
Please hire Tessa. As you can see, she has she has experience with clients and she's done gallery work and she has obviously the technical skills and foundation. So please.
She has the
We're
technical
begging.
skills and such an individual voice.
Yes.
With her,
so important. I think
and
that's
with
so
her
good.
designs.
Also
which, like, it speaks loud.
versatility. So she can
Versatility.
blend in and like change styles for whatever
Yes,
you are.
I'm a chameleon.
Yes.
I think
Yes,
someone else
that's
said
the
that on
best
one of your
thing.
other podcasts, chameleon.
Yes, that's what you want to
Yes.
be. But moving on to the sadder part
Oh.
of the podcast, after the hype part, is how our question, the question of the podcast, how's the job hunt going?
Nothing's happening. Like, I'm applying to a bunch of places, but there's nothing. There was like that one Netflix email that got sent out, and it gave it gave me like a flicker of hope, and then I realized it was just a rejection email, but like really nice.
Everyone got it. Oh, it's so funny. I remember everyone tweeting about it.
That
and I
was
like,
hilarious.
lol. And then I think wait, no, this was for another like program, but I remember everyone getting their rejection letters at the same time. Everyone just tweeting
Yep.
about them at the same time. And then like a mutual of me and Abby's like another character designer friend. I think they're still in school, but they tweeted and they were like, why is everyone sad on my timeline? Where are they getting rejected from? And then everyone tweets about the same
Gosh dang it,
Netflix
Netflix.
rejection letter at the same time too. It was so funny. It was like, how did it go? It was like, thank you for applying. We're going.
Yeah, it was
in
like-
the nicest way possible. It was like,
Yeah,
thank
it
you,
was
but
like,
no.
thank you so much for applying. We would love to have you in our studio, but it's not the right time right now. But one of these days.
It's not a matter of
Yes,
if,
exactly.
It's a matter of
When?
It was so funny, but honestly, I was like, "That's like
Yeah,
the best rejection."
I actually
I've
felt
gotten.
happy afterwards. I was like, thank you, Netflix. Thank you.
Do you guys like that sort of letter more than just like the colder email of like, sorry? Because it's
I feel like I've more often just gotten nothing at all.
yeah, that's true. Also,
Yeah.
that getting ghosted.
Honestly, just getting that, like, even though it's like the automatic generated response, just getting that and like closing the door lets
Yeah.
me move on.
I just wish the rejections would come sooner because I got a rejection 6 months later
Oh
from
my
when
God.
I applied and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
And I'm like,
thanks. I totally
I don't-
forgot about this.
And the funny thing is when you're also like, I don't remember which like what
Right.
position
yeah, literally. I'm
I
like,
started
oh.
making a list. I was like,
Which one
I
is
can't
this?
keep up with this anymore.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
I used to do that, and then I like everything started getting blurry again, and I was like, never mind. I'm going to like do it, and I'm gonna go blind again.
But yeah, I totally feel that, Tessa, because I feel like right now I'm just like, I feel like that you go. We should graph out this like the waves of like the job application like journey, because it's like there's the apathetic stage where you're just like, I don't care if I get, I know I'm not gonna get in, and then there's the waves of like you're so sad,
Yeah.
and then there's waves of like, oh, it's hopeful, and it just keeps like going up and down, up and down. It's a
It
roller
really
coaster.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at the
The job hunt.
apathetic stage. I hate the hopeful stage.
True.
That's the worst stage. I should just die.
I feel like I plateau at the hopeful stage, and then I go down where it's like get depressing, and then it like gets hopeful again, and then I plateau again. Mine isn't like that. Mine is just like
everyone graph your journey. Just-
everyone graph your journey and tag us.
Yeah.
I want to see how you guys are vibing.
I actually like I haven't been applying for that long. I think I started in the fall just because, well, I dropped out of college and I didn't know if I was going to, I was pretty sure I wasn't going to go back. But yeah, once I finally figured it out, I was like, yeah, I'm going to start applying to places now.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. And that's something me and Ariel were talking about because we saw your tweet about how like difficult it is for like people who don't go to school to apply to things and to get into the industry because you can't apply for internships if you don't go to school.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I'm just like, how, like, the only way that someone who can't go to school, because school's ridiculously expensive, even if it's not art school, it's so freaking expensive. Like, how are they supposed to get into the industry? The only way is through training stuff, but that is the most competitive.
I don't even know. It makes no sense to me. Like, I went to the school I could afford, and I still, in the end, I mean, I could have kept going there, but I would be in debt for like the rest of my life. So yeah.
Which no one should ever like go through, honestly. But I don't know. I was telling Abby that it's just so gatekeepy when you're not giving people chances if they're not in school. When we're in the creative industry, our work should speak for itself.
Exactly.
It should be about your portfolio, and I don't know, just having it just be people going to school, that it's just not fair. Because like an internship isn't a job. It's an opportunity to learn. It's your chance to like dip your toe in the water of the industry you want to get into. While we're also like, it's not a full-time job. Please pay your interns fairly. They're still putting in work. But I don't know. It's a chance. Like, it's still a chance to like get to know if this is like the thing you want to do. And these are people who are like, I want to learn more and take the extra steps. So it's like, I just think it's just so unfair that like it's just for people striving to get a degree when there's so many talented people who didn't even go to school for art.
Yeah, and I feel like I just totally lost my train of thought, but I'm just like, it's just like, oh, it was going somewhere. But I don't know. I'm like, I feel like the industry is like, or like not the industry, but people on like artists on Twitter, I guess, we're like all like coming to this consensus that art school is not like the only way. And there's like things like open animation, and there's like a lot of resources now, especially due to COVID, that are out there, and people are saying you don't have to go to art school. Blah, blah, blah. But if you keep on saying that, you need to make the industry also reflect that sentiment and open it up so it's not just people who are in school who can apply to internships. Like, you can't just say to like an artist, oh yeah, you don't have to go to art school, and then not do anything about the structure of the industry. Like, we have to push for opportunities for people who can't afford college, because they are, as you can see, Tessa is so talented and capable and should be given the same chances.
Very true.
Yeah.
It's like this whole rant. That's just like, yep. But I don't know. I have like weird feelings about it. I'm just like, it's just weird.
It's
to me.
It's kind of infuriating. Like, definitely everyone deserves a chance, and I don't know. Like, it just sucks that money has to be a factor in it.
Yeah. And I'm just like, it's already hard enough for people who don't go to art school to make connections and like try to, because that's like, honestly, that's like the only way to get into the industry is with connections, and that's like really sad. But like, that's what I hear. Like, yeah, it's not completely hopeless. Some people I know have gotten through the job portal, but usually it's through connections, and it's already hard enough when you don't go to art school and make those connections, because that's the most valuable part. But like, then you can't even get into the internship, like, which is like another way to get in the industry. It's like, what are you supposed to do? You're just like hopeless. You're just like floating around. I think,
well, before like the Rise Up animation server, and before I started actually using Discord and Twitter, I did feel really hopeless, but I feel a lot better now that I have like a community of friends. And awesome. And definitely like I know a lot more people in the industry now than I ever thought I would.
Yeah.
Just because of like over the summer, and just I don't know. I guess with COVID, with us not being able to meet in person, we've been able to meet online.
And that definitely opened up a lot more opportunities for people, because it's like, usually I feel like people move to California to do networking events, but one of the good things that came out of COVID, or the positives, is just like it opened up for everyone anywhere to network with each other, and like these workshops and these discords and like portfolio reviews, like it makes it more accessible. And I think it also started up a conversation of like accessibility in the industry.
It sucks
and things like that.
Such a horrible tragedy had to happen for this to happen, but
yeah, right.
I guess that's how the world works sometimes.
But yeah, for anyone listening, networking, if there's so many Discord servers right now. Like,
Open Animation, Rise Up.
We mentioned Tessa is a mod for the
Yes.
Rise Up server. Join
Join
that.
us.
I'm not as active. I should say hi. I should say hi again to people. I was there for like 2 weeks and then I like disappeared.
I do that with most servers.
But yeah, there's so many servers. We should like compile a list of like.
If you go to my resources, which is everydell.com.
Like, Abby has a whole list. We'll link that somewhere. But yeah, networking online, just shoot your shot.
Or just being a nice
say
person.
hi.
I feel
Just
like
say
a lot
hi.
of my I kind of don't call it networking, because it just, I don't know. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
But
I
just
agree,
like interacting with artists you like on Twitter, and like just talking and being like, I feel like a lot of my friendships started because I like gush over the art, and then we
Same.
and they're like, and then we like talk, and then we like follow each other, and then it's like we go on Discord, so it's like
I started to be like that, like when you're online and then you're like you see someone whose work you admire, and then you're like kind of formal and you're like, oh my god, this is so lovely, blah blah blah, blah. I've stopped being that person. I am now like, I like this heart emoji. I am
art.
Yeah, literally, I am heart eyes. I'm not even. Sometimes I don't even say put the emoji. I'm like, I am heart eyes emoji, literally spelled out instead of it. I'm
coming up with creative ways to reply to people.
Because who knows?
yeah, it's so fun.
Who knows? It will spark a wonderful friendship.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, just interact with your favorite artist. It's fun.
Yeah, don't like. It's not like you should expect anything out of it, but just like be genuine. That's like the key. And that's like so weird to talk about, like with networking, because it's like saying to network is being genuine is not genuine. I don't know, like it's a weird limbo. Just be a nice just be yourself. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. Networking is weird. Like, you don't want to come off as creepy, but like you just want to just strike a nice friendship with people. Honestly, it's about making a nice human connection, not a business connection, not an industry connection. You just want to make a nice human connection.
Exactly.
I'm glad that it's not like you're not in the I mean, it's kind of still sad that like nothing is happening, but at least it's not like so depressing of like getting down to the ground. And hopefully if people are listening, you can improve Tessa's day and send an email to her, please, because it's deserved. But how do you find jobs to apply to, or like the clients that you had in the past? Did they reach out to you, or
the
did
two
you find
like
them on
professional
LinkedIn?
clients I've had, they reached out to me. So yeah, that was just pure luck. But
No, it's not luck. Well, it is, but like they saw your value.
And then the job applications that I usually find are from Discord, like from the job opportunity section.
Yeah, that's why you should join the Discords, because people are always posting job stuff.
The job opportunity channel.
Yeah, there's always that channel.
Twitter posts. But also back to like the hopelessness thing. Something that is keeping me from being hopeless is making comics, because I know that I can make comics anytime I want, and like it's not like I can make an entire story by myself and not have to be hired by anyone to do it. So that's what's keeping me going.
Oh my gosh. Tessa, we are the same. We are so the same, because I was the same way. I was last like in October to the end of the year, or September till the end of the year, I was like in such a big storyboarding rut. Like I really didn't enjoy it. I felt like I wasn't good at it, and I was like so just down about it, and just job applications in general. And I just like started making daily or semi-daily comics and like getting more into comics. And I joined like a Rezo comic class. And I just felt so like liberated
Yes.
by it, because I was just like, I can make this stuff and I can make my own stories. And
Yeah, it's like
it
a
felt really
freeing
good.
feeling to know that you can literally make your like the entire story that you want, and you don't have to rely on anybody. You can just do it, and you don't have to have like an industry job to do it. You can work anywhere.
Yeah, that's very encouraging. Yeah, I love
One
that.
day,
Yeah, one day.
Me at Ariel, because Ariel is eyeing comics, and I'm like, join us, Ariel.
Join the comics
Join
cult.
comics.
One day I will learn. I am learning. Maybe I will try to join. Like, when is hourly comics again?
It's February 1st.
Wait,
Why
what's
not?
hourly
Join.
comics?
I was.
Oh my gosh, Tessa!
Oh,
you
what
need
is
to
it?
do it. It's like,
Let's do it
Okay.
together, Tessa.
yeah. It's basically a event that happens on February 1st or 2nd. I have to check, but like you make a little mini, like it could be 1 panel or 2 panel comics of what you did each hour. So it's like hourly
Oh,
comic
no.
day. So for me, like at desk from
Yeah,
1
no, I was. That's what I was telling Abby. I was like, oh, if I join that, it's literally gonna be the same panel for like how many hours, because I'm literally at my desk working on stuff.
But yeah, I'll send you some.
Okay,
like,
cool. I know what
examples
mine's
and
gonna
you
be.
can
It'll just be me waking up at 8 a.m. and going to prep for a pizza place, and then making pizzas, and then going home making comics.
Oh my gosh, yes. We get to see Tessa
Me in the
doing
zone.
all the pizza work then.
One day I will join this club.
Yeah. But I love hearing that, like, about ways to try to get out of that rut, because, and I feel like just having a support system, because, like, me and Ariel, I feel like, see each other at the lowest points of, like, our job search. Like, we just, like, I mean, now we live together, but we would just, like, call each other and just, like, be on the verge of tears and just, or
Aw.
crying. And, like,
Yeah.
we're, like, you just need I don't know, it's just nice having people that you can, like, go to and connect to. And,
Very true.
yeah, just,
Most of my IRL friends, they're still in school,
Aw.
so they don't have to deal
Yeah.
with this quite yet. So I'm just like, I talk to them in our group chat, and I'm just like, I'm suffering, and they're like, we are too, we're in school.
you're all just
Yeah.
together, like, in the suffering circle,
Yeah.
giving
But
each
yeah,
other
no.
strength.
Having a good support system, it's just so important.
Very true.
Like, you know, even like having your creative friends, like, because they will know like the struggles of burnout, just, you know, everything that we go through. It's just, I am thankful for
Yes.
all my creative friends.
And just because they can be there when you're at the lowest to help you and, like, tell you to rest, but they can also be there to push you and try to be better. So it's, like, really cool. But yeah, are there any, like, job hunt frustrations or like things, and, like, how do you deal with those job hunt frustrations, like, with, like, ways that, like, companies deal with, like, ghosting or things like that?
Yeah, that's the main thing that I hate, is just the ghosting. Like, I want to apply for a job and get an email that I didn't get it, rather than having to go to their their site and seeing if I got it or not, or whatever, because I always forget my passwords.
And they make you change your password so
Yes.
frequently, and I'm like, I'm running out of
I-
passwords.
That's why I log in with LinkedIn.
good
I'm like, I
idea.
can't do this anymore.
I literally got logged out of the Nick job site for
Oh,
an
no.
hour. I got logged out for an hour because it asked me for my email, and it wanted my username. So I put in my email like a million times, and it logged me out, and I was like, whatever.
No.
But yeah, an email would just be great. Ghosting sucks.
It does.
Just tell us.
Tell us you don't want us.
Yeah, let us
Yeah,
down
honestly.
gently. Come on.
But yeah, no, I
Yeah.
feel that. I super feel that. I don't know, it's weird.
I-
Yeah, it's just weird also, just when they literally just don't even send anything after. Like, I'm alright, if you send something 6 months after, at least like closure.
Yeah.
Like, when you really don't hear anything, I'm like, well,
Okay, I'm just
it'd be
fine
like
here.
that.
I'm nothing to
Oh.
you.
Yeah. I feel like that's how people get into that mentality of, like, you just don't care anymore, and you're like,
Yeah.
if it's like in the void now. We talked about this before. It's just like, I know it has nothing to do with me anymore. Bye-bye. But like going more into positive things, like do you have any other like dream goals this year or resolutions this year, or just like in the future of like where you want to be in your career in the future?
Well, I definitely want to be hired.
Yeah. That was us. Our first resolution of 2021, being hired.
Yes. Well, I do want to finish this comic I'm working on. It's 12 pages so far. That's what I want to do first. And then I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but I definitely want to be hired for something at least. It would be amazing.
It will happen.
It would be amazing.
It's not a maybe. It's going to happen. 2021.
2021 is my year.
The word of 2021. Abby, let's say it.
Manifesting.
People come on here. We're gonna manifest it.
All right.
It will happen.
Prayer
Tessa will
circle.
be hired. Yes, you're all coming together.
But yeah, no.
But let's dream bigger than that, Tessa.
Okay.
You're gonna get hired this year already. What is like your dream like in 10 or 5 years?
Oh, geez.
Project.
Goal.
It would be amazing to have my own TV show. That would be pretty dang cool. I have like a bunch of ideas for TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be cool for Lucid to be a TV show because it's like a young adult kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like definitely
Oh my
not
gosh.
a kid's show.
Yes, that's what we want though.
Yes.
We've literally had, I think, like almost like how many in a row of like our animation friends being like, we want young adult animation.
We need it.
And hello, industry people, if you are listening, we are screaming for young adult animation.
Like I love listening to audiobooks. I listen to audiobooks
Oh man, me too.
whenever I draw, and the ones I've been listening to lately are like dystopian young adult novels.
so
And I'm just like, I want these to be like this kind of story to be like animated. Like they're just so cool. Like I'm listening to The Maze Runner right now. I've already listened to it before, but yeah, that would be super cool.
Oh, your style would work so well with young adult.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. That'd be so cool.
Like I'm literally like picturing your like comic pages, but like translated into like character design and animation. I'm like, oh, that would look so cool.
Bro, I would
Especially
die.
like dystopian. I'm like, that would look
Yes.
yes, I think your style is perfect for that genre.
Yes, it would be a sci-fi adventure, cosmic horror, like
Yeah.
oh
I mean, I feel like that's something that you could work on this year, is working on a pitch of like any show that you want and like shopping it around to different like studios, because you don't have to be in the industry necessarily. It helps, but like you can still try like asking your friends like, hey, do you know a connection I can use, and I can send them this email of like all my pitch stuff.
that would be pretty
That's
cool.
something that could happen.
I'll definitely try that.
And it's a project you don't have to rely on getting a job for, so you can just do it by yourself.
It would be good to do anyways, because I need to do like the official character designs for my comic anyways, so it'll be
Yeah,
that would be a good project.
That'd be awesome.
Now I want to just get a bunch of like our friends who have pitches and just like have a group and like hold
You
us
should
accountable.
start a
Yes.
pitch club,
Oh my
Ariel.
gosh, a
I
pitch
kinda
club.
Do
wanna
it.
that.
Make a Discord and start a pitch club.
Anybody want to
Yes.
join?
Oh my gosh. I literally love listening to people's stories and giving them ideas for them. Like that's one of my favorite things to do, is give people ideas
Oh my
for
God,
stories.
Ariel,
Tessa,
I
do
will
you-
help mod.
Do you want to do it? You can help me mod. I don't know how to like do anything. I know you're like a mod for like a bunch of stuff already. Would you want to do it?
But yeah, I
An
mean,
offer
it could
has
just
been
start
made.
off with like, it's like just your friends
Yo.
and like,
Yeah.
because that could be really cool. Like I'm
OMG.
in like storyboarding like small Discords. It's really, really nice.
Yo, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Do
do
it.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
join
wanna
because I
join
want to
too.
work on my graphic novel pitch.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yes.
An idea has been birthed live on the podcast.
Yeah, this literally happened live.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited
But
now.
yeah.
And I'm so
Oh my God.
excited. I love working with people.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm just like,
The ideas
scheming
are-
ideas now. I'm like, yes.
we will make this happen, and it'd be fun to like make a goal of like a month where all the pitches are done, and then people can work on like shopping it around,
Yes.
like sending it to people. That'd be really cool.
OMG.
This will happen 2021. It's gonna
All
happen.
right, this Discord has to happen.
Okay.
We're doing it. We're making
It's
it.
gonna happen anyway. Well, yeah, no, it's just fun, like hearing people's ideas, as well, like with how many people we've been talking on the podcast. Because I am one of those people, like every time someone's like, oh, animation is just for kids, I'm just like, stop it. Animation is not a genre.
Such a lie.
It's a medium. And I'm like when you were talking about like sci-fi and horror, I'm like, oh, those are the stuff I want to see in animation. I want to see something new
Yes.
and fresh.
They have-
And like, while I love, the funny thing is, I wanna do kids media, and I wanna do stuff for kids. I also want to see different things.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Like,
there are so many fresh ideas that are yet to be explored. There's so much fresh talent, like Tessa.
Like Tessa.
I'm just like, oh, so many cool things could happen. Just give us the chance.
so true. I feel like
Please.
with America, like everyone thinks cartoons are for kids, but then like you look
Yeah.
at Japan and anime, and
Yeah.
they have like a bunch of different things. Like it's not for kids. Like
Yeah.
I love it. Even
It's
with
so cool.
comics and I feel like graphic novels is getting like better and like with that route, which is really exciting. But even more like companies, I'm like, hello.
yes.
We can
Oh my
do
gosh. Speaking
more
of,
things.
I feel like a lot of like webtoons are turning into dramas lately.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Sweet Home.
Yes.
Anyone
Sweet
watch
Home
Sweet
and
Home?
True Beauty.
Oh my
Sweet
gosh,
Home is
that's
so good. Sweet Home is so good. We watched it together, and like Abby's seen me cry watching multiple shows, and Sweet Home is probably like the third show she's seen
Oh my
me
gosh.
like bawl.
I actually have not started Sweet Home, but I've seen so many like pictures of it.
It's
Oh my
very
God.
good.
I've seen
Please
a
watch it.
picture of the buff lady, and I'm just like, I need to watch
Yes,
this
she's
right
so
now.
good. My God.
The ladies in that show, we're getting so off topic, but like the ladies on that show, I'm like, I will fight and do anything for you.
Oh, that'd be so cool, Tessa, if your like webtoon made it really, really big and it
Yeah.
became like an animated
That-
thing or a
That
live
is
action
the
thing.
dream.
Best of both worlds. You
Yes.
make a
That's
comic
so
and also
cool.
it's animated or live action.
Yes,
That's
that would
awesome.
be so freaking cool.
It will happen. We will make
Yes,
this happen.
manifesting.
Manifest.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, so many ideas have come out from this episode. I'm just like,
great. I love it. But
oh yeah.
Tessa, like maybe a more like a final question before we move on to the final corner is we kind of asked this in some of this episodes like as a way for you to just pitch your any other things we haven't talked about, but we are the company of Double A and we're looking for a character designer or biz dev artist. Why should we hire you? What else can you bring that we haven't talked about that you can bring to our company?
All right. Well, I feel like I make very charming characters.
Yeah.
And if your kid or your young adult wants to watch a fun show with a cool protagonist or background characters, then you should totally hire me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hired.
hired
Stamped.
multiple times.
I'm definitely pretty good at like expressions and
Yes, your
And
expressions are
shapes.
so good.
and yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Any studios looking for a character designer, please email
Yes.
Tessa, reach out to her, send a paid test to her so she can have a chance. You know you want
Please.
to.
Feature or TV. I know my portfolio looks more like TV, but I feel like I could be good for feature too.
I mean, I feel like just looking at your other character designs for the other project, we can see the versatility. So if you give
Yeah.
like a paid test and like it's more realistic just to see if Tessa can do it, I think
Yeah.
Tessa can do it.
Or games.
pay-
Games too.
Just to see. Or games. Anyone? I feel like your style would just can work for any like medium. It's very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Make a Sunny and Cloud game. I
Yes.
will play it. I will play it. But yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. So, are we moving to our final corner?
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. The best
So if you're-
corner.
Yeah, if you're new to the podcast, our final corner is usually the Would You Rather corner where we ask like scenarios. Everyone knows what Would You Rather is.
But job related.
Yeah, but job related. So usually I take the angel question, but however, since I too understand the struggles of a character designer, I took the devil question. So I hope we both struggle with this one. So I thought, would you rather be a pre-production character designer for a show and you make really cool designs, but the show ends up not getting greenlit, sad face, versus being a character designer for a current airing show, like your stuff are being like shown, but just to clarify, when you're doing like on production, people like it's mostly like the turnarounds and the technical stuff. However, the aesthetic of the show just does not appeal to you. Like it's not your kind of design sense. Which one would you choose?
I would definitely do the first one because
Really?
Yeah, because
Nice.
I get
the
to
same.
do what I love.
That's surprising to me.
Yeah, I get to do what I love and I get paid. Like, who cares if no one
Yes.
sees it?
But you can't show it to anyone, right?
It lives in my heart.
Yeah.
I'm just like astounded because I always see like people being like, "Oh man, I
NDA.
know what NDA hell is. I made it." But it's like with that kind of thing, you can never show it. But I
No,
guess
I
if you
feel
enjoy
that.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pre-production is just so much more exploratory, and it's just like
Yeah, that would be
No,
amazing.
I feel that.
I just love
I feel
exploring
that.
and experimenting and doing concepts. Like that's my
Yeah.
dream. I love doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
so cool to see you do. Any studios looking for a
Yup,
pre-production pre-production gig?
Yes.
character designer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, nice.
I love how you guys are on the same wavelength while I'm over
Yeah, I
here
know,
like,
I was
what?
like-
You can't show it?
No, it's surprisingly some people actually like choose the more production sides because some people do enjoy the technical side more, and I'm like, wow, like I don't mind it, but I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But moving on to the angel question, which was made by me, I finally get to be nice.
Yay.
Would you rather do character design for one of your favorite TV shows and you're mentored by one of your favorite artists, or do visual development work for a big feature film and your design is like basically the big standout, or like like everyone remembers it, like basically like Elsa's dress from Frozen?
Definitely the second one.
Oh!
Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Like
That's so
that would
cool.
be a dream come true.
Yo, and then your design gets to be on the art book, and then it's
Yes.
like on a big solo page.
You
Oh
see
my
people
gosh.
cosplay your design. That's
Yes.
like goals right there.
Like my dream is to work on maybe like a DreamWorks movie, because I love how weird DreamWorks movies are. Like
Aw.
their character designs are super weird and interesting, and I would
Yeah, DreamWorks visdev. Like every time I have like the books, they're just so
yes, like
Inspiring.
Shrek, Kipo, the Croods, like so many good
Cruise
things
has
come
really
out of
good
that
design.
studio.
Yes.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
Nice.
Trolls. I was just looking
I
at
love Trolls
the
though. Like
book for
genuinely,
that.
I love the visdev.
Yes, it's
for
so
Trolls.
good.
I need to get the art book for the second one because I remember
It's
like
so pretty.
I got like a what do you call it? Like a not clip, like just like a small version of it, like on like I think it was Lightbox. They like sent out like on the little goodie bag or whatever. And they had like a few
Yes.
pages, and I was like, oh, it's so
I was
good.
just looking
No,
at that
I remember
yesterday.
when watching it, I got distracted by the backgrounds because they were gorgeous.
Yes.
They were so cool.
The colors in that art book, insane.
Insane. Yes.
Trolls,
Dream-
life changing.
DreamWorks, if you're listening.
DreamWorks, please hire me.
Yeah. But that's so cool. I this will happen again. We are manifesting right now. It will happen. I want to buy merch, get the little Elsa, like basically like Elsa dress. I would love to cosplay Tessa's design.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
I feel like that's so
Yeah.
cool seeing that. But I think that's a great
That's it.
high.
Whoa.
Like we're ending on a high. This was a really good
Yes.
episode, Tessa.
Yeah.
And we have a
So-
Discord to make now.
Yeah,
we do have a
As soon
Discord
as
to
we
make.
end this episode.
Yes.
OMG. But yeah, no, Tessa, where can everyone find you and hire you and support your work?
All right. Well, my user tag is Acetragon. It's my name backwards plus RAGON.
It looks like dragon. to
Yeah,
me.
dragon.
Yeah,
It's
same.
my
I'm
name
always
backwards
like
plus dragon, basically.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm on Instagram, Twitter. That's my website name. I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm also on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't posted in a while.
Same.
Me too. But
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, your email. What's your email?
Yes.
Oh,
where can
um,
people email you about projects?
I set your gun at yahoo.com.
Yay! Very, very consistent. We love brands.
Yes.
Yes, we
but-
will be linking all of Tessa's things on our socials and everything, and you
Yes.
will get to enjoy everything on the week of Tessa when this episode
Yay!
comes
Yes,
out.
please, as you're listening to this episode, look at her website.
Yes.
because it's so good.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Tessa, for gracing us with your
Thank
presence
you for
and
having
being
me.
interviewed.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
this
of
is so
course.
cool.
Yeah, you're cool. That's why we have you
You're
here.
cool. But yeah, no, and thank you for listening. If you would like to follow the podcast on our socials, it's Hey Hire Us Pod on Twitter and Instagram. And we're also on Ko-Fi if you'd like to support us for podcast hosting.
We're almost at our goal, guys. We're 77%.
Give them a
For a
coffee.
year. Yeah.
Buy us a coffee. It would be so much appreciated. We're at ko-fi.com/Hey Hire Us Pod.
Yeah, and if you want to email us just any comments or questions, you can
Send us a meme if you want.
Yeah. Send us your favorite job hunt meme. We might
Yes.
feature it in the meme
OMG.
section. But
Yeah.
you can find us at heyhireuspodcast@gmail.com.
Woo.
Thank you for listening to
Thank
this
you.
episode, Tessa. Please hire Tessa.
Yes,
Yes.
And
please
we'll
hire
see
me.
you next week.
Please hire
Yes,
Abigail
bye.
and Ariel.
Bye.
Woo!